So we have, as I mentioned earlier on, we have different types of routing. The main types of routing we have are static and dynamic routing. But with the static routing, we have two types. We have what we call the normal static routing and the default static routing, or the default routing, which is something that it's just similar to static routing. The only difference is that the networks that we're trying to get to will be a bit different. That's what makes it a bit different. But when we get to see it, you see that they're the same. So basically, with static routing, the network administrator would have to go into each device and configure the best route to those destinations. So like we saw earlier on, you need to tell the device that, hey, if you want to get to this network, this is how you go, and this is what you do. And that's a static routing. But with dynamic routing, the routers, you configure the routers in such a way that they'll be able to communicate and learn about routes that are coming from different routers. And they choose that based on some parameters. And one example of such parameters is what referred to as the routing protocol. So they have to communicate, and they communicate based on a particular routing protocol. So you think about routing protocol when we get to that dynamic routing as more like a language. So there are different languages. It could be English, it could be French, it could be any other language. But when we talk about routing protocol, we have different routing protocols. And these routing protocols are there to help you understand what they think is the best route. So even though we say they speak in a particular language, the language they are speaking is about their perception about what a best route is. So once we get into routing, dynamic routing, you see that these different protocols use different measures to define what the best route is for them.